Today we have Stuart Wolfenden. You may recognise him from his role in Deadmans Shoes as Herbie. I believe you were the first character to be seen and the last character to get stabbed up. It's a pleasure, mate. It really is a pleasure to get you on my channel. So the first question, Stuart, really is, how did you become involved in the film Deadmans Shoes?
I heard that, going back to 2003, this was, mate. So I heard through my agent that Shane was casting for a new film. And he'd worked on one of Shane's films before, so I knew Shane. And strangely enough, a week before, I auditioned for Danny Boyle for the film Millions. Didn't get that. And then the week after, got invited to go and meet Shane in Manchester at Granada TV. And he must have seen every Manchester actor under the sun. There was loads of us there. Some Liverpool actors, northern-based actors, really.
Yeah.
And then he started to whittle down, and we ended up going down to Matlock, where it was filmed. And he started to put the lads together, and that was it, mate. 2003 we filmed it, and it came out 2004, and the rest is history, as they say.
Okay, Stuart, so if you would like to remind us of your name's character and the plot.
It's Herbie, innit?
Herbie, innit? Yeah.
Herbie, innit? Yeah, it's Herbie, man. It's Herbie. Basically, I mean, the premise was when we first got the kind of scripts to read and stuff, the premise was kind of a revenge film, very much like a Western, really, kind of old-fashioned kind of spaghetti Western, where this guy comes back to town to seek revenge for the misdoings kind of thing to his brother and stuff, you know, and he comes back to town and it's pretty much the shithole it was when he left and joined the army. That was the kind of premise, really, mate. And because Shane improvises a lot, things started to develop and change as we filmed. I think it was about 3.5 weeks we filmed, something like that, maybe 4 weeks. And things started to change, and he'd try some things and go in a different direction. My character, Herbie, was going to be originally the first one to die.
All right.
But I think he really liked what I was doing with it, and he liked the kind of comedy with it as well, even though it's a very dark film. He liked the comedy stuff, and he found it both Paddy and, because Paddy and Shane wrote the script, both Paddy and Shane really started to piss themselves, find it really funny that it was kind of me that just kept seeing Paddy. None of the others were seeing him. You know, I was seeing elephants and all that kind of stuff, so they decided that it was funny to leave him to the last, you know, so that's how that happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really interesting film. I didn't get that his brother was dead.
No, I don't think it. I only ever met one person that said they got it pretty soon, but
right, a brilliant twist. And when Paddy was going around doing what he was doing, I thought, hang on a minute, this bloke's a bit out of order. Your personal opinion, do you think the gang or the little firm, they actually got what they deserved?
Difficult one, mate. Really is. I mean, does anybody deserve to die? Really, you know, it's that. But I mean, you saw glimpses of the kind of abuse that. I mean, we was a lot older. Bullies. No, nobody deserves to die. Of course not, mate. But he took it that far. But you know, it's Paddy's character, Richard. He'd, you know, gone such a dark place. Once he started, that was it, isn't it? You know, it's you know, we've heard of these cases, haven't we? That, you know, people have kind of, what's that great American film with Michael Douglas, Falling Down? Oh yeah, seemingly kind of nice enough kind of guy who's just having a bad kind of time, and he's just had too much. You know, we don't know the background of what Paddy's been through. We know he's been in the army. Now, what hell he's been through. He's come back to hear that his brother was tormented and tortured and ended up, you know, I mean, the thing is as well, you see at the end where he hung himself, but did he hang himself? Did he do that? It's, you know, there's always that question as well. Did he hang himself, or were we involved? Nobody kind of knows. That's left as well. So Yeah, it's a difficult one, mate. No, nobody deserves to die, kind of thing. But how could you? You couldn't let that. You couldn't let that lie, could you? You'd seek revenge.
If it was your brother, no.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's God forbid anything happens to my children, mate. It's who knows what you do. We're all capable
of. Yeah,
it's exactly what you're capable of, and I think that's the believable thing because. It wasn't American kind of stylized. It's not your kind of Guy Ritchie kind of guns shooting and this kind of stuff. Oddly enough, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels came out at the same time as 2004, and I've said this before, and it's such a great film, but I think that is dated, whereas I don't think it's dated because it's very normal. It's just set in a normal kind of town, normal guys. It could have been made yesterday, it could have been made last year. I don't think it's dated at all, really.
You're just small-time criminals doing what you need to do.
Goes on all the time, doesn't it, in towns and stuff, yeah.
There's been a lot of iconic images from the film, and a lot of the iconic images is Paddy in his gas mask, which I think you described in the film is there's some fucking elephant guy outside or something, didn't you?
Yeah, that's it, mate. Elephant Man, with massive eyes,
That's been used to advertise a lot of football stuff. And the reason I wanted to get you on today is because we are a football channel, but the film Deadmans Shoes is such a cult film that I don't know any football lad that doesn't like the film. I just think, like you said, was it made 2012?
No, 2004, 2003, mate. It came out 2004.
It's even longer than I thought. But like you said,
2 years' time, it'll be 20 years since we made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's God, that makes you feel
like
old.
You said, it's not dated. It's not dated, has it? It's still relevant now, and it's still. But people still come to it. I think it's on. I think it's coming up on telly over Christmas. I think next couple of weeks it's on Film 4 again, and. It's amazing when people have just seen it, because Shane only did such a small cinema release. I think it was his intention to kind of let this thing grow, and maybe that's why it's become this kind of cult film, Matty. That it was only we premiered in Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Film Festival, and then I think you could only see it at the Corner House in Manchester Northern. There was only a selection of cinemas that shown it at the beginning. So it didn't do much at the cinema at all, and then it literally has become this word of mouth kind of. Have you seen this film? Have you seen? Oh, we're all so flattered. I mean, I talked to Paddy not long ago, and all the things Paddy's done, and Hollywood and everything. Everybody wants to talk to him about Deadmans Shoes,
Yeah, they still.
I think Shane's the same. I think even with the success of This Is England and stuff like that, I'm sure he gets more questions about Deadmans Shoes than anything.
I would have thought so. Just the last question about Deadman Shoes. There was a split second where I thought he was going to let Herbie off.
Yeah.
Just a split second. And then he went, was that no for me? And you went, yeah, mate. And then I thought, he's fucked. But such a fantastic film. Like you said, hasn't dated, has a massive cult following among football lads.